All right, let's talk about AI governance. Specifically, why so many programs are frankly set up to fail right from the start, and more importantly, what you can actually do about it. Because the way most companies are handling AI right now, it's not just a compliance issue, it's a ticking time bomb. Let's get into it. So, here's the question you've got to ask yourself. Is the AI you're using a powerful strategic asset that's driving your business forward, or is it an unmanaged risk factory just churning out liabilities you don't even know about yet? Because really, there's no in between. And the difference? It all comes down to governance. I absolutely love this analogy, because it just cuts through all the noise. Think about it. You would never dream of opening a restaurant without a solid food safety system in place. That would be insane. Well, AI governance is the exact same idea, but for your technology. It's that essential, behind-the-scenes framework that lets you innovate safely without accidentally poisoning your entire business. Now, here's the thing. When AI governance fails, it's almost never a surprise. It's not some random, unpredictable event. These failures follow very clear, very predictable patterns. And that's actually good news for us, because if we can see the patterns, we can get ahead of them. We can prevent them.
Okay, so here are the 6 big ones we see over and over. First up, you've got shadow AI proliferation. That's just AI tools popping up everywhere with zero oversight. Then there's having no real risk assessment process, so you're flying blind. The accountability vacuum, that's the classic who's to blame game when things go wrong. You've also got the deploy and forget mentality, which is super dangerous, a lack of coordination between teams, and finally, my personal favorite, the compliance-only mindset, which is really just governance theater. We're going to dive into a couple of the most critical ones right now.
Let's start with the one that keeps security folks up at night, shadow AI. This is when your teams, marketing, finance, you name it, start using whatever cool new AI tool they found online without any review from security, legal, or compliance. Think about your customer data getting uploaded to some free AI transcription service, or confidential strategy documents being fed right into a public LLM. It happens way faster than you think. And here is the truly scary part. Look at this. If your governance plan only covers the big, official, top-down AI projects, you might be completely blind to 95% of the actual AI risk inside your own company. 95%. You just can't govern what you can't see. And right now, most organizations are walking around with a massive blindfold on. Okay, this next one is a classic. Picture this. An AI hiring tool is discovered to be biased against a certain group. So who's responsible? The data science team says they just followed the business requirements. The business unit points their finger at the vendor. The vendor, of course, says the data you gave them was flawed. What you're left with is a whole lot of finger pointing and absolutely zero ownership. This accountability vacuum means the root problems never ever get solved. And all of this leads to probably the most dangerous mindset of all, governance theater. This is when you've got all the right policies, all the right paperwork, you can check all the boxes and make the auditors happy, but you're completely ignoring the real-world operational risks. It's just the illusion of control. Real governance isn't about looking good on paper. It's about preventing actual real-world harm. Okay, so enough about the problems. How do we actually fix this? How do we move from just putting on a show to building something real? Well, it takes a structured approach, and luckily, there's a proven 5-pillar framework that directly tackles these failure patterns head-on. Here they are, the 5 pillars: visibility, assessment, approval, monitoring, and response. The key here is that they all work together. They all support each other. If you have a weakness in even one of these pillars, the entire structure gets shaky. And it all has to start right here with Pillar 1, visibility. Having a complete, up-to-date inventory of every single AI system, tool, and vendor in your organization is the absolute, non-negotiable foundation. Without this, everything else you try to do is just pure guesswork. Pillar 2 is all about being smart with where you spend your time and energy. A high-stakes AI model that makes credit decisions for customers? Yeah, that needs intense scrutiny. But an internal chatbot that just summarizes meeting notes? Probably not so much. A risk-based approach lets you fast-track the low-risk stuff, so you're not slowing down innovation while applying really tough controls where they matter most. See, it's not about blocking progress. It's about enabling it safely. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but where do you even start? How do you put this into practice? The good news is, you don't need some massive multi-year project. you can build a truly functional, effective governance program in just 90 days. Here's the roadmap. Month 1 is all about visibility. Your one job is to find and classify every AI system you've got. In month 2, you build the basic framework, define your risk levels, and create a simple approval workflow. Then, by month 3, you document it, tell everyone about it, and start monitoring your most critical systems. It's not about achieving perfection on day 1. It's about getting control and getting it fast. Of course, none of this is going to happen without getting leadership on board. And here's the key. You have to stop talking about governance as a cost center or just another compliance burden. You've got to frame it as what it truly is, a strategic enabler for the entire business. Look, when you walk into that boardroom, these are the 5 questions they are going to ask, one way or another. Do we even know what AI we have? How do we control the risky stuff? Who's on the hook when it breaks? Are we following the rules? And what's our plan for when things go wrong? Guess what? The 5-pillar framework you just built gives you a clear, confident answer to every single one of those questions. And hey, if they still need a little more tangible motivation, just show them this number. Under major regulations like the EU's AI Act, the fines for the most serious governance failures can go as high as 7% of global annual revenue. Now, that's a number that gets people's attention. Inaction isn't just a risk, it's a massive financial liability waiting to happen. So, if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. Governance isn't some extra task you do on the side. It is the foundational layer. You simply can't have effective AI security, you can't guarantee compliance, and you definitely can't scale innovation safely without a solid governance framework holding the whole thing up. And that really brings us right to the bottom line. This is the choice every single organization is facing right now. Without a governance plan, you're not just innovating, you're building an unmanaged risk factory. But with a plan, you're building a scalable, powerful, strategic asset that will drive your business forward for years. So, which one are you building?